will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Did I do those things you're asking me?
Not asking you anything. Don't talk about the facts because you're presumed not guilty. Is there a PC argument? No. There's probable cause. I can do TAP. TAP alternate bonds, $1,000 count 1, $500 count 2, and $1 count 3. So they're going to maybe help you find housing, and they can offer you drug counseling as well.
Okay, thank you.
Come back to court for your arraignment on June 2nd at 9 a.m. 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, just confirming the date. It's June 2nd at 9 a.m. courtroom 24. Okay, who are you?
I'm Lewis.
You here for her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, she's gonna get out for free. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the other case. Did you give the lady for Miss Garcia the court date for June 2nd?
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry, the lady's just here? Okay.
Mr.
June 2nd? Okay. No, they'd already taken it back, Your Honor. The officer will go tell her now.
You gotta give her the next court date for June 2nd at 9 a.m. courtroom 24. Okay. Now we have Janya Pierre Luis on page 2. Good morning, ma'am. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Okay, hello, you're the family members? Good morning. Let me review.
Looks like they don't currently live together.
All right, so there's probable cause for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Diana Garcia. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and no contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim's home, school, and place of employment at all times. Do you understand the stay away order?
Yes,
Okay. Are you in the military
I was in the Navy.
and you finished it?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. All right. Would you want to say anything? You live with your family?
I live with my aunt.
Are you the aunt? Oh, you're the aunt here. Okay. All right, she has no priors. I'll give her pretrial. Alternate bond, $5,000. Stay away from the victim. If you violate the court stay away order or get rearrested, you'll be locked up in jail until your trial. Okay?
Okay.
Have a nice day. Next.
Judge, can we please
Oh,
recall?
you got a bond in?
Yeah, I have a bond.
Oh, forget it. Let's just post the bond. What do you think? So no pretrial, she doesn't really qualify anyway. What do you want me to set the bond at?
3,000.
$3,000 bond.
Whenever you're ready, Judge, I have the deputy here on Danny Cruz.
Is Danny Cruz here? Or is he still in misdemeanor court? 3,000 bond. Can you guys afford to pay that bond?
Yes. Thank you.
Cruz is actually in jail, Remy, Your Honor.
Jail room, I got to pass. Jennifer De Los Santos Rivas, page 2.
And corrections, if you can try and get Cruz, the officer is actually on the scene of another crime.
Good morning, ma'am. Do you speak English?
Habla inglés, señora.
Good morning.
Buenos días.
Yes?
Yes, good morning. Hi.
Morning. You were arrested for April 25th organized scheme to defraud and dealing in stolen property. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So let me review.
Right, it was a controlled delivery of a stolen generator valued at approximately $38,000, and she gave conflicting statements regarding the generator. I don't see any criminal history.
Probable cause for the charges. How long have you lived in Miami?
A year now.
Where did you live before that?
New York City.
I don't know. State, what do you do?
I'll defer to the court.
Any priors?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Pretrial services, eligible. Pretrial services alternate bond count 1 organized scheme to defraud is $2,500 and count 2 dealing in stolen property is $7,500. Have a nice day. Next, we have Marcelino Claverio, page 3.
I have him in custody on 3 probation warrant cases, and he's a VFOX.
Hold for the division judge for the 3 probation warrant cases. Why do you guys give me this sheet? Oh.
Morning.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for 2 cases. One's from both from yesterday, burglary to an occupied dwelling, grand theft, fraudulent use of a credit card. Another case, fraudulent use of a credit card. One's more than $100, one's less than $100. And then you're charged another case for attempted burglary to an occupied dwelling. I will appoint the public defender's office. Looks like probable cause to me. Both cases, you are ordered to stay away from the victims, JS, and the residents at 16260 Southwest 287th Terrace in Miami, Florida. And the other victim, AR, and their residents at 16280 Southwest 287th Terrace in Miami, Florida. You're not allowed to go to those locations. You must stay away from them and no contact with the victims either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home, school, and place of employment at all times. So F258853, count 1 burglary to an occupied dwelling is $7,500. Count 2 is grand theft, that's $2,500. Count 3, fraudulent use of a credit card is over $100, it's $2,500. And count 4, fraudulent use of a credit card under $100 is $500 bond. And then the next case was. And then the next case, F258854. No, I did it. Oh, it's just some more things. There's probable cause for the attempted burglary to be occupied dwelling. That's $2,500 bond. You'll see your judge tomorrow on Monday. Have a good day.
Can I ask you to be transported to the hospital?
Happened to the video corrections. I mean to Tony, the video
The lights went out, Judge. Can you give us a moment?
at the jail. Well, that's pretty creepy.
Excuse me.
The client is asking if he could be transported to Southern Winds, but I know he has the felony holds.
But he can talk to his judge on Monday, maybe,
Okay.
but I think he may be a VFOSC.
No worries.
But should I have my detective log back on later?
You can do whatever you want, Miss Epic,
Okay,
because there's no electric at the jail.
okay.
The video is coming back up slowly, Judge.
No worries, take your time.
The video's back.
One second. What's up with the video? It looks weird, but okay. I'll take what I can get. 1 minute. Is Mr. Jose Rodriguez Harada?
Jose Rodriguez, Herrera.
Speaks English, Your Honor.
Thank
Sir, you were arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're on probation. There's a hold for case F 27048. There's probable cause. $2,500 bond count 1. And I don't know about the paraphernalia. It says, oh, it's a used pipe. $2,500 bond count 1 and 500 count 2. Have a nice day, sir. Next is Darcy Piloto, page 4.
Bond out.
Thank you. Eric Rainier Hernandez, page 4.
He's out on felony bond F-25-4751.
Hold for the division judge. You there? Did you miss that? Did you want me to call the case back or no?
If corrections has Danny Cruz, please.
All right.
Still not jail arraignment. Let me call.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Reyes Hernandez. Do you speak English?
Habla inglés. Buenos días, señor Rey Hernández. ¿Habla inglés? ¿Habla inglés, Rey Hernández?
Español, español.
Spanish.
Morning. You were arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of an open alcohol container in a vehicle.
Usted fue arrestado por posesión de cocaína y posesión de un envase de alcohol abierto en un vehículo.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
La asigna a la oficina del abogado de oficio que le representa.
There is probable cause for the charges. Count 1 is $2,500 and count 2 is $150.
Hay motivo fundado para los cargos. Cargo 1, 2.500 de fianza. Cargo 2, $150 de fianza.
You'll see your judge on Monday. Have a nice day.
El lunes va a ver al juez un aguante que tiene de un delito mayor. Tenga buen día, señor.
Next is Sammy Frazier, page 5.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Sir, you were arrested for petty theft, 2 or more convictions. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
He's got hundreds of priors, but the allegations are $6.28. Up to you, Judge, about TAP.
Sir, you were ordered,
I appreciate it.
you were ordered to stay away from the on-the-run gas station at 650
Yeah,
Northwest.
Yes, ma'am, I will do. And I apologize. It was not but, you know, a piece of candy. You know, I was hungry, you know. So, man, well,
He has pages going
I
back.
appreciate you letting me.
Okay. Okay, TAP alternate bond, $500. I'll give him a date to come back to court.
And she give me tab. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Your arraignment date will be June 2nd at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Were we giving the third today
I
or the
will.
second?
What?
Were we giving the third or the second today?
And I counted, and also Eric double checked, it's a second.
Okay,
At 9 a.m. courtroom 28.
Okay, somebody please write that down for me, please, where I can get there, because I never miss court. Every time I
Oh, you should know exactly where the courtroom is.
say,
Times. You should have like, you know, they should give you a frequent flyer card. You're always here. Have a nice day. This is-
Judge, I'm sorry, they didn't hear the courtroom and the date. Can you repeat it for them?
6/2, June 2nd. I don't know, what's the courtroom there?
2-8, Christine Hernandez.
June 2nd. Courtroom 28, Judge Hernandez. Go see those professors. Go see- All right, now we have Michael Nieves. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for lewd lascivious exhibition and indecent exposure. It's from December 18th of 2024. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're also on felony probation. There's a hold for you to see your judge Monday for your 2 open probation cases. So let me review.
Judge, I'll note the potential mental health issues and the proximity between the victim and the defendant's house. That being said, I think a complete stay away order is appropriate at this time because he's in on a probation violation.
We have
Okay.
back.
Sir, in order to stay away from the alleged victims whose initials are CA and AC. No contact with these victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school and place of employment at all times, and stay away from their residence at 11 Northeast 163rd Street in Miami, Florida. So if you need to go there and get your stuff, go there with a police officer, but he's on probation and has a hold. I'm setting a bond. Count one is $7,500. Actually, it's not the wrong, is L and L of a child under 16. State?
That's the right charge, Judge.
Oh, it is. It says between.
So the victim's under 16 and he's over 18.
Oh, okay, I understand. $7,500 bond count one, and count two, indecent exposure is $500. Have
Your
a
Honor, client indicated to me he has no other address to live. Would Your Honor consider any kind of modified stay away order in his
say
case?
it again?
Oh, client indicated to me he has no other address to live at. Would Your Honor consider any kind of modified stay away order?
I'm not. He has a probation hold. It can always be readdressed with the division judge.
Find some else to live.
I've
You're gonna see
been
another division.
living there for 35 years and I never worked my whole life.
You're
I
gonna
don't,
see, you've never worked your whole
Talk
life?
to
never-
Judge Gomez.
never had a job.
Okay, don't worry. That's something to be proud
So
of.
he's being held, he can address those issues with his division judge on Monday.
The whole, okay.
On probation, I think, till the end of the month.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, did you say he had a probation hold or was it?
Yes, for 2 cases.
My probation is
F21
terminated.
2267, F24 7766.
Okay, can we go to the next case, please?
Judge, we have Mr. Cruz and also I see that the Creole interpreter is there.
If we can
Judge.
take,
Judge, my probation is supposed to be terminated.
We can check and see. Ms. Seth, are you able to check to see if his probation is terminated?
I'll look into it, but I don't know if the clerk can as well.
After this, Judge, we're gonna take Mr. Anderson because he's on crutches, and then we can do the Creole interpreter or Mr. Cruz.
All right.
I'm sorry, is Brianna Avila, what?
There's nothing showing he's been terminated on CJIS.
He started his 1-year term of probation on May 30th.
He's still on probation. He's supposed to finish the end of this month. Ms. Seth, did you find anything?
Hold on, I'm just checking the DOC website. Right, so he's on probation until the end of the month.
He's on probation till the end of the month.
Morning, Josh.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Anderson, you were arrested for armed robbery with a firearm or deadly weapon. It's from April 29th. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So it looks like you got shot when you pulled out a gun to rob the victim, and then grabbed the gun during a struggle. You were shot, but you still managed to steal the victim's purse that had the victim's identification cards, $720 in cash, and a $6,280 check. And then the stolen purse was retrieved from outside of the defendant's vehicle near the driver's side front door. And he tried to flee and was identified. The victim had lacerations, swelling, bruising. You suffered the gunshot wound to your upper thigh and were taken to hospital. All right, so that's what's going on. There's probable cause for armed robbery with a firearm. You're ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, whose initials are FM. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim's home, school, and place of employment at all times. And stay away from the Trinken restaurant at 20717 Northwest 2nd Avenue in Miami Gardens. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, the state filed a motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing pursuant to Florida statute 907.041. And since armed robbery with a firearm is a dangerous crime, I'm granting the state's motion, holding you no bond pending a final hearing. So you'll see a judge Monday. That judge will set the final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, we have Cruz back, if the officer is on.
Any Cruz, you want to, and then we'll do the case with the Creole interpreter.
Deputy, can you unmute, turn on your camera, please? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good morning, Mr. Cruz. We're back.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Detective, or deputy, raise your right hand to be sworn, please. Go ahead, Eric.
Do you swear?
The deputy.
Do you swear from the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, say I do.
Do.
Thank you. What is your name, deputy, and what police department do you work for?
Deputy J. Kingman, ID 7044, and I work for the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office.
Go ahead, Steve.
All right. So according to the arrest affidavit, Deputy Ramirez and Deputy Lendex vehicles were struck by the defendant. Were those deputies jostled or moved within their vehicles?
Yes, ma'am.
No more questions, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, any questions for Deputy Kingman?
You said that they were jostled in the vehicle, officer. Were there any injuries?
There was no injuries to the point of needing fire rescue to transport them. Just the blow of the impact jostled them in the vehicle.
Did Mr. Cruz end up having to be taken to the hospital?
According to the policies and procedures of the corrections, TGK, once a subject has been involved in a vehicle crash, he must be medically cleared by the Jackson Health System Hospital or a hospital affiliate before they will accept him into the TGK booking process. So yes, he did go, but that was per policy of corrections.
Nothing further on.
The state did file a motion for pretrial detention on the aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer.
There's probable cause for counts 1 and 2, aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer. I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing and hold you with no bond on count 1 and count 2. Count 3, aggravated fleeing and eluding a police officer after accident or damage or injury. There's probable cause for that charge. That's bondable. That's I don't know. I'll say count 2 at $5,000, count 3, $5,000. And then the other case, there's also probable cause.
Count 4, Judge.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 is no bond, 3 and 4 are $5,000 each. Then the other case, F 25-8882, there's probable cause for fleeing and eluding a police officer. That one is $2,500. So you're gonna have to see a judge on Monday. That judge will set the final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention. Have a good day. Thank you for coming in, Deputy.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day, everybody. Be safe.
What did I write on the phone? No, I must have run out of it. Oh. One second. I need the case with the Creole interpreter next. That's Miss Rose Lewis. We have the Creole interpreter. Has she been promoted? Is the Creole interpreter? There she is, Miss Wilson.
Yes.
Interpreter, please raise your right hand. Do you swear that you will well and faithfully interpret from English to Creole, Creole to English, the questions asked and answers given to the best of your ability, and that you have such ability? So say I do.
I do. Carol Wilson, court certified interpreter.
Judge, we still have the victim here?
Is there a victim here?
Est-ce que victime là là?
I don't see.
All right, let me see if I can get her to log back on.
Bon, moi aussi, qu'à faire retourner sur plateforme là.
Do you need the Creole interpreter, ma'am?
Madame, ou besoin interprète créole là? Madame Louis?
I can't hear. The volume's off, Mr. Wilson, but you're allowed to speak.
Madame, ou besoin interprète créole là?
I speak English. I don't need people to translate for me.
Right, the interpreter's for her sister, but her sister logged off. I'm gonna see if I can get her to log back on.
All right, I'm going to the next case. Miss Wilson, just sit tight a minute, please. Let me go to the next case. Page 6 is Sylvester Lewis.
He refused, reset for the PM.
So just, do you want to do an order on it? Or if your honor is inclined to grant the motion and let the stay away order be read in division?
That's the third refusal. Oh, it's, no, they can do it in division.
Okay.
I'll appoint the public defender's office, waive presence. There's probable cause. And I'm gonna grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing and holding no bond. Stay away order can be read in division. That's for Mr. Lewis. Okay. This is somebody, Brianna Avila, somebody else is here. No, we did all the ladies. There's no Brianna Avila in this court. Maybe it's 5-3. They don't see Hector Rodriguez on the calendar either. Can you run it 8F25-8839 for the private lawyer? If it's a F25-8839.
You already came already.
Okay.
We have Hector Rodriguez. They found it. Let's call it up. 1 minute. Get it ready. Okay, so who's next? Where's the next one, please?
We have Yardley Garcia here, number
Right,
21.
Yardley Garcia, page 6. Good morning, sir. You were, does he need the interpreter?
Yes.
¿Habla inglés, señor?
No.
No,
Sir,
he speaks English.
arrested for aggravated assault with a weapon.
I want it. I want it.
I
Lo
will,
quiere intérprete, excuse me.
Claro, claro.
Of course, I want the interpreter.
Muchas gracias.
can you translate? He's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I'm appointing the public defender's office for him.
Usted ha sido acusado de agresión con agravante con arma mortífera. Le estoy asignando a la oficina al abogado de oficio.
Okay.
Ok.
So this is a road rage incident, and then Mr. Garcia brandished the firearm towards the victim.
Esto es un incidente donde se cogió ira manejando la carretera y el señor le sacó el arma a la víctima. Se la mostró.
He wound up pointing the firearm at the victim. So there's probable cause for aggravated assault with a firearm.
Le apuntó el arma a la víctima, terminó haciendo eso, entonces hay motivo fundado para agresión con agravante con un arma.
You are ordered to stay away from Bernie Gonzalez, the alleged victim.
Ordenado mantenerse alejado de Benny González, la presunta víctima.
No contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No contacto con la víctima, sea directo, indirecto, por teléfono, por mensajes o a través de terceras personas.
And stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, his home, school, and place of employment at all times.
Mantenga su mínimo de 500 pies de la víctima, la casa de él, la escuela, sitio de empleo, todo el tiempo.
And your bond will be $5,000. Have a nice day.
Y su fianza será $5,000. Tenga buen día.
Why this is shit.
Okay. Muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Gracias.
Thank you, sir. Try this. What is that? Next. Who'd you have? What? Hector Rodriguez, page 8. There's a private attorney, Mr. Leish. Where is he? Do you have Hector Rodriguez?
Héctor Rodríguez.
Bond out, Your Honor.
He bonded out, Mr. Leach, okay?
Yeah, he was showing up still on the inmate search, so I wanted to make sure that, I know the bond was posted, but in an abundance of caution, I figured I'd show up. Thank you very much, Judge. Have a great day. Have a nice weekend.
Ramon Duque.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
Spanish.
Good morning, sir. 1 second.
Buenos días, señor. Un segundo.
All right, sir, you were arrested for grand theft. It says it just should be grand theft, a grand theft charge. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Fue arrestado por robo mayor cuantía. Le voy a asignar la oficina al abogado de oficio.
Your Honor, we have a probable cause argument. It should only be F3.
F3, I agree.
Está de acuerdo al argumento de su abogado que debe ser solamente un F3.
Sir, you are ordered to stay away from Half Price Auto Repair at 9695 Northwest 79th Avenue in Hialeah Gardens, Florida.
Tiene que mantenerse alejado del sitio de reparación de vehículos ubicado en 9695 Northwest 79 Avenida, Hialeah Gardens, Florida.
So it's pretrial services with an alternate bond of $2,500. Have a nice day.
Tiene el programa Pretrial Services con una fianza alterna de $2,500. Tenga buen día.
I'm sorry, for the defendant that refused for that got no bond.
I gotta sign that. Thank you very much. Next is Kevin Mulady.
I spoke to the detective who gave me all of the victims' names, and this defendant may be able to hire an attorney.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You were arrested for written threats to kill or do bodily injury. Sir, can you afford to hire an attorney?
No.
Right, I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let me review.
Judge, can you do a little bit of a further inquiry?
Do you own your home, sir?
No, sorry, Your Honor. I didn't hear you.
You own your apartment where you live?
No, I do not, Your Honor. I rent.
There you go.
It's very easy for people to accuse you of this shit, but it's harder for them to really prove it out of the trial. They go to the phone company, they actually get written text. Anybody can go on their phone and write something from somebody else. I can program a phone number to say it's your name, whereas for here at the jail.
Mr. Wilson, I don't know if you wanted to put your.
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor.
No. There's probable cause for the charges. Right, see, you didn't give me any names of the victims. What are the initials or names?
So the names, the first one is Martin, last name SHKRELI.
Spell the last name again,
HKRELI.
Okay.
The next one is Edmund Sullivan.
How you spell Edmund?
EDMUND.
Uh-huh.
And then the final one, Akeel, AKEEL.
One more time.
AKEEL. Last name MITHANI.
All right, so sir, I'm entering a stay away order from the alleged victims, Edmund Sullivan, Akeel Mithani, and Martin Shakreli. No contact with these alleged victims, either directly in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victims through social media or other electronic means. So no electronic contact, no emailing, texting, Facebook messages, or the X platform, or any other type of electronic communication is allowed. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school, and place of employment at all times. Do you understand the stay away order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also going to add in, you cannot use or possess a firearm while this case is pending. So
State's requesting a bond plus house arrest.
I can understand.
Just also, I know he says he qualifies for the public defender, but he's a consultant. He was involved in a business. I don't know if he has any assets or he really actually qualifies.
I'm appointing, he told me under oath he is, and I'm appointing the public defender's office for purposes of this hearing, subject to financial verification.
I believe it's, relevant in terms of a potential flight risk if he has access to assets. It's also unclear how long he's been in South Florida. There's a brief Google search. It looks like he's a former CEO of a pharmaceutical company.
No, I'm not doing an investigation. He told me he can't afford one. What am I gonna do? Let the division judge, when we have investigators, you guys sort it out. And they'll face additional charges if he's lying in court. Let's see. Are you trying to kill all three? I know he sent copies of the text to the other two. Is it just the one guy he wants to kill or everybody? That's what I'm trying to sort out.
So it says, okay, so victim 2,
Oh, you know, he said it too. You're gonna be hunted and killed, you effing scumbag. Okay, that's victim 2. Looks like he really wants to kill these 3 people.
right? Victim 3, he left a voicemail. I'm coming for you.
So I'm setting your bond as follows.
Your
Count.
Honor, increase the bond and add the house arrest.
Your Honor, we would ask for no house arrest. I didn't see any of the priors in Miami. There was no allegations of any physical violence. The police already took his firearm from him, so he no longer has any weapon or anything.
$7,500 bond each count. They're all second-degree felonies. That's the bond I'm setting. That's plus house arrest with a GPS monitor. I'll do level 3 house arrest.
You want to do level 2?
No, I'm doing level 3 with a curfew from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. So you gotta be home at those hours. Stay away from the victims, sir.
It's overstates objection.
Cannot use or possess a firearm during or any other weapon while this case is pending.
Judge, what's the bonds? Can you repeat it, please?
7,500 count 1, 7,500 count 2, $7,500 count 3 plus house arrest level 3 with the curfew, 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Next case. Did the lady ever come back with the Creole interpreter? Keep an eye out. If not, I'm gonna excuse the interpreter. She has other things to do. One more minute, Ms. Wilson. Sean Smith, page 7. Good morning, Mr. Smith. You were arrested for possession of. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There's probable cause. Will pretrial take him?
He was released from prison October 12th.
Okay, tap ultimate bond. Tap ultimate bond, $1,500. Insert, make sure you keep all future court dates. Have a good day. Yes, now, just I got a tap case right here. Just tap. Next we have is Antone Nissim, page 7.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Sir, you were arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of a driver's license. That's for driving with a license permanently revoked. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Anyway, is he eligible for a program?
Maybe tap?
Tap alternate bond. $2,500 count 1 and $2,500 count 2. Sir, you have I'm gonna give you a date to come back to court for arraignment. It's June 2nd at 9 a.m. courtroom 2A, Judge Hernandez. Have a good day.
So what do you mean?
That's when you gotta go to court again, courtroom 2A.
Next is Marlene Hamilton, page 7.
Bond out.
Thank you. Randall Bolton, page 8.
Your Honor, may the interpreter take a brief 2-minute conference break? Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Oh, is the lady here? Otherwise, I'm excusing the Creole interpreter. Let's call back Rose Lewis, please. Is there a victim here? Jeanette Lewis, Adam interpreter. Can you ask if Jeanette Lewis is here?
What's the name, Judge?
Jeanette
Jeannette.
Lewis.
Jeannette Louis Escola sur plateforme nan?
So, Madam Interpreter, I don't want to keep you. If we need you, we'll bring you back, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You got the gentleman there. Let's bring him in there and I'll call the female next. Mr. Bolton, good morning.
Your Honor. Good
Sir,
morning.
you're for possession with intent to sell cocaine. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Also, you're out on felony bond. There's hold for case F24-21610, F24-21604A. Public defender's office is appointed. There's probable cause for the charge. Your bond is $7,500. You'll see your judge Monday. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. Have a bond.
Thank you, sir. Next is, you got the female or you want me to the next gentleman?
Say 7,500, but as a whole.
No, craziness.
Okay.
Good. Hello, who you got? Do you want to bring in Rose Lewis or Joseph Lewis?
We're gonna put the female in, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, here's the situation. The victim, I received information she wants to modify the stay away order. So maybe we should reset it for the afternoon to give the victim another opportunity to come in.
Okay.
What the defendant wants to do.
All right. Let me tell her. So, good morning, Miss Lewis. Your sister was here and left. Your sister.
Okay, no problem.
Your sister wants to modify the stay away order so you can have contact with her and possibly go home. You think you want to go home and not have any fighting with her?
No, I'm not fine with her.
Okay, so I'm going to reset your case. I don't have her here. Can you try and get her back?
I sent an email to the victim witness coordinator to see if she could log back on. I haven't heard back.
Sit tight. We're going to be a few more minutes. Otherwise, I'll reset it for the afternoon.
I don't know.
All right. Thank you.
It may make a difference on the probable cause determination too, depending on what she says.
Joseph Lewis is next, page 8. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There's probable cause for the charge. You are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Kayuna Shepherd. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs, and do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So I'm setting a bond at $7,500. Have a good day.
Beginning of these,
Next is Gustavus Darling. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Sir, you were arrested for possession of a controlled substance, MDMA. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Is he eligible for pretrial? Tab if y'all wanna make it in drug counsel. 04, I'll give him pretrial alternate bond, $2,500. Have a nice day, sir. Next we have is Xavier Stewart, page 9.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. You were arrested for possession of a stolen or fictitious driver's license, unlawful possession of a stolen credit or debit card, dealing in stolen property, fraudulent use of a credit card. It's a case from March 28th. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let me review. There's probable cause for possession of a stolen or fictitious driver's license. That bond is $2,500. Count 2, there's probable cause for unlawful possession of a stolen credit or debit card, $2,500. Count 3, there's probable cause for dealing in stolen property. I'll set that at, what do you want? 2,500 state is okay.
That's fine.
2,500 count 3, and count 4, fraudulent use of a credit card is $2,500. I'm giving a straight bond. I'm not giving program because it arose out of an armed robbery. Next, Jerome Simpson, page 10.
What's your name? Jerome Simpson.
Good morning, Mr. Simpson. You were arrested for grand theft of a vehicle. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Your Honor, we have a probable cause argument on his behalf.
Okay, go ahead.
Page 2, Your Honor, the 4th paragraph on line 4. Line 4 states simultaneously co-defendant Ms. Block, who was driving the stolen van, proceeded southbound and parked in front of the address. So we're saying that there's not probable cause for him since he was not behind the wheel. I don't believe there was anything in the arrest form saying he even knew the vehicle was stolen. So we're saying that he.
She said she accepted a ride, was unaware vehicle was stolen. She didn't know the vehicle's origin. So I don't know. Let me just state.
Let me just look at it. Maybe a trespass?
So victim saw Mr. Simpson near the driver's side of the vehicle. Okay, probable cause for trespass. Pretrial alternate bond, $500. Have a nice day, sir. Make sure to keep all future court cases. Next, George Jones, page 10.
Bond out.
Thank you. Joe McKenzie, page 10.
Bond out.
Thank you. Nigel.
Your Honor.
Good morning. So you were arrested for driving with a suspended license, third or subsequent.
Mr. Nelson is a bond out, and then Willie.
Bond out. This is Willie Jones then?
Bond out. This is Brian Randall.
Oh, 1 second.
And Mr. Randall should qualify for pretrial.
Willie Jones at the bond out. So Brian Randall, you're charged with driving as a habitual traffic offender. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. No driving unless you have a valid license, sir. There's probable cause for the charge. Pretrial services, alternate bond, $2,500. Have a nice day.
Legal without a hearing. Your Honor, my client is saying he was not at any hearing on April 14th. I don't know if there's anything in the docket or if the state attorneys have anything showing he was noticed at all.
No, I just have that he has a suspended license and he's driving with a suspended license, so he's getting pretrial. Go to the clerk's office and talk to them and see if you can get
Like
that.
the Drive Legal program may be able to help him out. Maybe the PD can give him some resources.
If you get a good license by the time of this hearing, they'll probably be set. And now we have Barrington Patterson. Good morning, sir. We were arrested for grand theft and possession of an open alcohol container on the beach in violation of their ordinance. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Get the city bike. That being said, he did 153 days in November. There's a 32-day sentence from February. I also see priors out of Monroe County.
Ain't never been my okay. Been on the beach the whole time. Everybody know. It's live court. She get told what to do.
He has conviction from February for petty theft and trespass from this year.
I ain't been up all these charges. I gotta go right this time.
What do you want me to do, State?
He's requesting a bond because of criminal history.
Read Cat? Yeah, he has two convictions from this year. I'm setting a bond. Count one, grand theft is $1,000. Count two, the open alcohol beverage is $1. Have a good day, sir. Don't get on those bikes if you see them, if you don't pay for it, because you'll get arrested for it.
I don't know if I believe it. Oh, wow. I got time to don't just sit. I'll sit in jail.
Next is Eric Bradshaw, page 11. Mr. Bradshaw, you were arrested for possession of a firearm on school property and disrupting an educational institution. So
We do have a probable cause argument for count one.
I got to review it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, and he may still be in the school safety zone.
She said what?
School safety zone.
I need to.
Your Honor, is saying he stood 2 feet from the AIN entrance of the school.
Hear you. I'm trying to read it. Can you give me a minute to read it and then make your argument?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. The state was saying something. I was just responding. My apologies.
Okay. So school doesn't start to 8:20. And it's charged with disrupting the educational institution. I don't know if it qualifies, if it has to be during school hours. And he's on the school safety zone. He's outside the school property.
right?
Yes, you got issues, sir. Stop yelling at people at the school. What?
Talked about within 1,000 feet.
It is. That's where my kids went to school there, so I'm familiar with it. So it's in the street, but it's within 1,000 feet. So that being said, other than pretrial, you can't have a gun anywhere near the school. Leave it in your car if you're dropping your kid off. Sir, what's your address where you live to get your notices? You live in North Miami Beach or Miami Beach?
North Miami Beach.
What's your address?
On 1270 Northwest, 122nd Street.
Is that a house or apartment?
Huh?
House or apartment?
House.
Okay.
House.
Pretrial.
Just to let you know, I didn't
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
He didn't pull the gun out. He just had it on him. Did you how long has he lived in Miami?
Would you like to give an answer?
A day? I don't know.
5 years, over 10 years, maybe over 11 years?
I'm gonna say 3, 4.
Fine.
Months, days?
All services, alternate fund, count 1
She say what?
is $2,500. Count 2 is $100. I don't know about count 2, $1. I guess he's
Right, Judge. I mean, my kids get dropped off at 8, so there's at 8 o'clock, it's a little bit before school starts, there's parents or security guards, things.
You can't, if you're gonna go and carry a gun, you can't be anywhere near the school, because if it's within that school safety zone, it's considered school property. Leave your gun in your vehicle and try not to cause ruckus at the school. Okay, if you don't like what an officer's doing, film it and then send it to their supervisor. But now you got to spend the night in jail and you got this criminal charge you got to deal with. Okay, the officers that work there, the school security guards, work very hard. So don't give them, you may not be happy they're on the phone, but give them a break. Have a good day. Page 12, Mark Sanchez.
Who need the Spanish interpreter?
Were arrested for
Present.
What was count 2? Pretrial alternate $1?
$1 for count 2. Mark Sanchez, sir, you were arrested for possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
I'm sorry, he says he speaks English. I guess it's okay, never mind.
Okay.
Family bond F258098.
I really have to hold him for some cannabis.
His open charge is very serious. Requesting the hold. He also has a suspended driver's license.
He had 3 bags of cannabis, a scale, 47 grams of cannabis, and I gotta hold them. Okay, there's probable cause for possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis. I'll set the bond at $1, but you got to see the judge Monday. You're out. You have an arraignment pending with like many counts for aggravated assault with a firearm. So you got to see the judge Monday. It's up to that judge whether or not to release you. He's pretty nice. He probably will, but I can't say, and I don't want to make a ruling for him. Good luck to you, sir. Next is Brian Slump.
This is an added charge. I know Your Honor gave a program last time, but state's requesting a bond.
I don't know. Good morning, sir. You were arrested for grand theft. What happened in this other case, F258779? Was that yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
25.
Cap.
Oh, okay.
Right, but at this point, there's a pattern. He's
paddleboard or
right, paddleboards. I don't know if it was a canoe or a paddleboard last time too.
Canoe.
And the defendant's got a withhold from less than a month ago.
I had a kayak the first time.
Kayak. Yeah. All right. Last chance, sir. You coming with any more? I'm keeping you. I'm making to make you set a bond. Tap alternate bond, $2,500. Count 1. No hold for F 25-8779. This case predates the open case, I believe.
Thank you.
Gonna give him a date to come back. June 2nd, that was a date we used yesterday, so June 2nd at 9 a.m. courtroom 25.
Thank you. Oh, let's go.
Next, we have Robert Hunt, page 12. What happened? Who's this gentleman? Don't take him back. You got somebody there. Let's just do it. Is this Mr. Patricio Echenadia? How you doing, sir?
¿Cómo está, señor? ¿Habla inglés?
Out on bond, F 24-21560.
Sorry, Your Honor, I thought you called Hunt.
You know, you got to bring Mr. Slem back. I didn't read the stay away order. Bring him back when you're done. Sir, Mr. Echenadia, you were arrested for possession of cocaine. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
¿Habla inglés, señor?
Sí, sí, yo hablo inglés.
He speaks English, Your Honor.
There's probable cause for possession of cocaine. You're out on felony bond. There's a hold for you to see the judge Monday, F 24-21560. Bond is $2,500. Have a good day, sir. You'll see your judge Monday.
So I can't bond out till I see the judge, right?
Correct. Gee, can you bring back Mr. Slump? I didn't read the statement. Yes, 900 West Avenue must be a place where people store their vessels or water toys. Mr. Slump, stay away from 900 West Avenue in Miami Beach, Florida. You're not allowed to go on that property. You have to stay out of there. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Robert Hunt?
Oh, that's true, but we keep shuffling people.
Good morning. Mr. Hunt, you were arrested for one count of trafficking in cocaine, possession with intent to sell cocaine, possession with intent to sell cocaine within 1,000 feet of a church or convenience store, possession of cannabis within 1,000 feet of a church or convenience store, and possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis. So I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let me review. So I don't see anything about a church or convenience store.
No.
So count one, there's probable cause for trafficking in cocaine. I guess split them. He doesn't have a lot of priors either. Count one will be $10,000. Count two, 2,500. Count three, 2,500. And count four, it should be possession with intent to sell cannabis or felony possession of cannabis. Count four, I'll set that at 1 minute. Count 4, I'll set it at $1,000. Have a good day.
Count 5.
Is a 5? Oh, possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis? $1. Unless you want an ROR, it doesn't matter to me. You want ROR count 4 or no? I mean, count 5?
No,
Oh,
you're on $1 is fine.
I'm gonna make it $500 count 4 and $500 count 5.
There was a count 4 and 5 now, $500, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Thank you.
5. All right, next case is Patricio Echinavia. We did that one, sorry. Looking at the white sheet here. All right, next is Luis Montes on page 13.
NBC.
An added charge.
Has a hold for F24 12412, F24 8683, F24 8696. Let me review.
This is added charges.
Dylan from Ross. So there is probable cause for the charge. We set it for the afternoon. Next is Jaden Gordon, page 14.
NBC.
I don't know if council wants to waive his presence. I think he's no bond on an attempted murder.
His presence or no? You want to waive his presence? I'll do $1,000.
Shaking his head, yes.
Okay, appoint the
Yes, Your
public
Honor.
office, waive presence, bond is $1,000.
And that was Gordon, Your Honor, 47?
You said NBC, right? NBC, PC found. Yeah, 1,000.
On Rose Lewis, Judge, I'll see if the victim witness coordinator can get the victim to log on at
For
1:30.
Rose Lewis, I don't see her. I don't see Jeanette Lewis. Jeanette Lewis there?
I don't think so. So I'll see if she can log on at 1:30.
What time you want to start the afternoon?
1:15?
Okay. We'll see everybody at 1:15. Enjoy your lunch.
I will relate that information, Your Honor. Have a great weekend, everyone.
You too. Hi, everyone. Good morning, or I'm sorry, good afternoon. Welcome to Felony First Appearance Hearings. I am Judge Mindy Glazer. I will be presiding today. The video for First Appearance Hearings has been played to all defendants. I need everybody to please stand up, raise your right hand, and be sworn in by our clerk. All right. Where's the interpreter? Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And so say I do.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. We'll swear in the interpreter when she gets here. If there's anybody here for a case on Zoom, please type the defendant's name in the chat room. Let's begin. Can the attorneys announce their name for the record? Please state.
Nessa, act on behalf of the state. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where's Mr. Wilson? Then we say 1:15? Okay. Corrections, you see Mr. Wilson or anybody PD there?
He's on his way, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Mr. Wilson. 1 minute. Try it now. Can you unmute and put on, can you unmute? There you go. Can you announce, please? I don't hear you. Push it, make sure the microphone's on.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Wilson, Assistant Public Defender.
Good afternoon. We're gonna get started now with the afternoon calendar. I have one case out of turn corrections. When you have a chance, can you bring in Rafael Arias on page 7? There's a private attorney here. Good afternoon, Mr.
How you doing?
How you doing? You got arrested for possession, armed possession with intent to sell a controlled substance, psilocybin mushrooms or psilocybin bars, and also possession with intent to sell cannabis. Your attorney is present. Good afternoon. Can you please tell us your name?
Don't speak, sir. Sir, don't speak. My name is Kenneth Weissman. I represent Rafael Arias.
Thank you. Any argument regarding probable cause?
Yes, Your Honor. As to count 1, I'm arguing there is no probable cause. Let me be precise. The arrest affidavit proclaims that the chocolate bars are psilocybin mushroom chocolate bars. The officers do not put, and they truthfully don't put, that there's no field test because there is no field test for mushrooms. That has to be to a lab. This
okay, it's possession of psilocybin mushrooms.
I don't, but I don't believe without, you can't field test psilocybin. They can field test cocaine, other drugs. There is no field test for psilocybin.
So I think that there is probable cause based upon what's written here. Additionally, they may be packaged and labeled.
It could be labeled whatever it is, but it's not, doesn't say it's packaged and labeled. It merely proclaims the chocolate bars to be psilocybin.
Yeah, they has more later on. It found more in a secondary section.
I mean, I think there's probable cause. The officers aren't able to field test it.
Okay, so count 1 is possession. Count 2, he has a lot of cannabis. He's selling it in its arms.
It would appear that, Judge, but it's not armed because it's not within wingspan. It's on the rear. We have a rear passenger seat with a firearm.
Passenger seat is a handgun.
Correct. In a rear passenger seat, you have 2 occupants in the car.
And there's drugs inside the car. It's technically, there's probable cause for armed possession with intent to sell cannabis.
There's 2 guns in the car.
What do you want for a bond? Count 1, the mushrooms. What do you want me to do? An ROR, $1?
Just, I would say for the whole case, 15,000 is
that's we're gonna go less than that, Judge. So if you want to do 2,500 each count?
Yeah, it was a bunch of 10.
I got bond. I got bond.
Do not speak. Do not speak.
All right, state's request is 2,500 each count. He had a lot of money. It looks like he's selling, and there were 2 guns in the car.
For count 2, he has some mushrooms on him. Count 1, his possession with intent to sell the psilocybin mushrooms will be $500 for the bond. Count 2, armed possession with intent to sell cannabis is $2,500.
So what's the total bond, Judge?
$3,000.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Thank
you
you,
have a
Judge.
lawyer. Listen to what he tells you.
No problem. We're done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Wiseman.
Have a great one.
Great seeing you, Judge. That out.
Will do. Now on page 1, Rose Lewis is sister here. Did you get a hold of her?
So here's what I was told. That the person who was helping her with Zoom isn't available and she was going to call in.
Great. Let her call in.
I don't know if she's still going to call in. I'll tell them to
Hopefully she will. Brianna Avila, page 1.
Avila, come on. Brianna, Avila. Come on.
Good afternoon, ma'am. You were arrested. Do you speak English?
Yes.
Okay, you were arrested for battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer with violence. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There's probable cause for the charges. State, does she have anything?
Not really. There was a juvenile, like a theft that was dismissed, so not really. And I know this is in the context of a DCF investigation, so emotions may have been high.
All right, I'll order her to pretrial. Pretrial services, alternate bond. Count 1 is $4,000 and count 2 will be $1,000. You need to listen to the police when they come around. You get rearrested for anything else, you'll be locked up in jail until your trial. Have a nice day. Next is Megan Taylor on page 1. Is Ms. Taylor there? Line him up. Good afternoon, ma'am. You were arrested for grand theft of a vehicle. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There is probable cause for the charge. How long have you lived in Miami for?
5 years.
So Judge, she's got an open warrant in Broward County. I'll show it to the court. 1 second. It's for violation of pretrial services. So she's got a warrant in Broward. It was signed, I guess, yesterday.
$2,500 bond I'm setting. It's probable cause. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Gabrielle Shavers, page 1.
I think a program's okay.
Okay. I don't know if Tap's not here. It's Friday afternoon.
There's an address, so maybe a pretrial.
Oh, pretrial, sorry. Ms. Clark, have you been sworn in today? Madam Interpreter, have you been sworn in today?
Your Honor, I have in another hearing before. If you wanna, I can go ahead. Okay.
All right, hi, Ms. Shavers. You were arrested for possession of cocaine, possession of heroin, and engaging in prostitution. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There is probable cause for the charges. Will pretrial take her? Pretrial services alternate bond. Count 1 is $2,500. Count 2 is $2,500, and count 3, prostitution is $150. Have a nice day. Next is Roger Hester, page 2.
Your Honor, Mr. Hester is a VFox.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Hester. You were arrested for aggravated battery and aggravated battery. 2 counts. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So there is probable cause for the charges. You're out on probation. There's a hold for you to see your judge on Monday for F22-4615. Sir, are you currently living with the victim, or have you ever lived with her?
Yeah, we were staying together, and that's where I got caught at, man. And
It's from March 8th. That's why. It's from March 8th. So stay away from the alleged victim, Jaleesa Sneed. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. And no contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs, and do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you have to go to the victim's home now to collect your personal belongings?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may return to the victim's residence one time only within 48 hours of your release from jail. You must be accompanied by a police officer so that you can retrieve your personal clothing, health items, medication, personal and business-related paperwork, and work tools. If you go to the victim's home without the police, or if you stay there, you will be arrested. Do you understand the stay-away order, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
My only issue is it 2 counts?
It's the bicycle and the thing. I was gonna split them. 5,000 count 1, 2,500 count 2. Have a nice day. You'll see your judge Monday. Next is Lucille Terry. Hi, Mr. Terry. Good afternoon. You were arrested for possession of a controlled substance called Molly. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. There is probable cause for the charge.
So Judge, he was just released from prison January 2nd.
Pretrial statement is not violent.
State's requesting a bond.
Okay. Pretrial. Fine. Pretrial services alternate bond. It's $2,500. Have a nice day.
Over state's objection was based
Oh, I
upon the
got pretrial.
recent prison release.
Yeah, I gave you pretrial. Have a nice day. Next is Rafael Clavejo. One of them lists the prior convictions, the other doesn't, but, right?
Are there 2 cases?
Oh, no, it's somebody else, sorry.
Oh.
Good afternoon, sir. Do you speak English?
No.
Habla español.
Sir, good afternoon. You were arrested for petty theft with 2 or more convictions. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Señor, tiene un arresto por hurto menor de 2 o más condenas. Voy a nombrar a la Defensoría Pública para representarlo.
One
The
has it.
defendant was convicted in case F22-1387 of petty theft.
That's it.
Yeah,
Has it.
also out on F25-5422.
Hold for F25-5422. Is that on felony bond? He has to see the judge Monday.
Tiene una retención por un delito grave de F25-5422 y va a haber un juez que está a cargo de esa audiencia, de ese caso.
Stay away from the Walmart at 3200 Northwest 79th Street, Miami, Florida, please.
Manténgase alejado del Walmart ubicado en el 3200 Noroeste 79 Calle.
Your bond will be $1,500. Have a nice day.
Emito una fianza por el monto de $1,500 y que tenga un buen día.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, next is Demetrius.
No vas a salir now?
Am I gonna leave now?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Leron. You were arrested for possession of a controlled substance and resisting an officer without violence.
Yeah, also a VFox.
Yes, I don't see anything
So
here.
he's on
Beatbox was
probation.
not mine, man.
Okay. He's on probation until 2028 out of Broward County for an ag bat.
Okay, he had some flaca on him. So there's probable cause for the charge.
The beatbox was not mine, man.
All right. I'll have to set a bond. I'll set his bond at $2,500. Have a good day.
2 counts.
Count one is 2,000. Count 2 will be 500.
I believe it's for the controlled substance.
Next is Arista McLeod.
Yeah, and he's out on F25-8169.
Hold for the division judge for this case. Hi, Mr. McLeod. You were arrested for grand theft for eating at a restaurant over $1,100 worth of food and not paying for it, and then also disorderly intoxication. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're out on felony bond. There's a hold for you to see your judge on Monday for case F25-8169. So public defender's office is appointed. You can speak to them about your case. I'm ordering that you stay away from the Palm Tree Club restaurant. which used to be Shuckers, at 1819 Kennedy Causeway in North Bay Village, Florida. You're not allowed to go to that location and you must stay away from there, okay?
Understood, Your Honor. I apologize.
Ask you one question, while you're not allowed to say anything. I wonder how the food is. I don't know anybody who ate there yet, but it's too.
May I
It's pretty
please?
expensive.
Is it grand theft or defrauding an innkeeper?
I think either charge would apply.
I'll set up on count one, grand theft. I'll set it at $1,500, and count two, disorderly intoxication, I don't know, $1. Looks like they're the ones who got him drunk there. Have a nice day. See you, Judge Monday.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right.
Next job, Jocelyn. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for 2 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm, 1 count of battery. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
And Your Honor, we
Requesting
do
a
have
bond plus house arrest.
Your Honor, we do have a probable cause argument to counts 1 and 2.
What is it? Okay, what is it? He had displayed a gun, told her she's gonna die, he's gonna kill herself. He threatened victim 2. He tried to stop him. And he also, victim 2 saw him hitting victim 1. What's your probable cause issue?
Your Honor, on page 2, the 4th paragraph, line 2, the first alleged victim says he then displayed a black gun that was hidden in the front pocket of his black hoodie. So number 1, if something is displayed, like in a display case, it's visible. If something is hidden, it is not visible. And if it's hidden, there's no way for her to say that she would know what it is. But either way, it doesn't say anything was brandished at her as an aggravated assault. For count 2, Your Honor, the second alleged victim in the paragraph below that one, line 5, Your Honor, that alleged victim states, after seeing the outline of the gun in the defendant's hoodie, became fearful for his safety and took distance. So he doesn't say that any gun was taken out. He saw it underneath the hoodie. But even more than that, he doesn't say anything was brandished at him, pointed at him in any way, any firearm.
So the gun was hidden in his pocket and he took it out and displayed it to victim 1. And then it says victim 2, the construction worker intervened and the defendant threatened victim 2. So it appears that both victims were threatened with the gun.
I'm sorry, where was victim 2 see where the firearm was taken out of the hoodie?
It says threatened victim 2.
Where does it say it was pointed at him? But if I missed that, please point it out. I don't see where it was pointed at either person.
Defendant threatened victim 2 who tried to step in, prompting victim 1 to run away in fear for her life.
Doesn't say a firearm was pointed.
He brandished it. He displayed a gun that was hidden in his front pocket, which means he pulled it out. And then he tried to save victim 1, which he fortunately did.
Your Honor, you can display a firearm by showing it to somebody. It's another thing to point it directly at somebody, which is where the aggravated assault will come from.
So when he said there, went to her workplace and threatened to kill her, and then he said he turned the gun on herself, indicates why she was fearful of him. Okay, there's probable cause. You don't like my ruling, file an appeal. State, what's the name of the victim 1 from the domestic? Is it
The DV is NR.
Okay, sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, NAR, and the witness or other victim, FO, whose initials are FO. No contact with those alleged victims, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victims through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victims, their home and school and place of employment at all times. So you can't go to her job, you can't go to her home, you got to stay away from her. Do not engage in any criminal activity, do not use or possess illegal drugs, and do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes, I do.
I'm setting a bond as follows. Count 1 is $5,000. Count 2 is $5,000. Count 3 is $1,000 plus house arrest with a GPS monitor. I'll do level 3 house arrest with a curfew from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Your Honor, wouldn't do level 2.
He doesn't have any priors.
The facts are pretty terrifying, though.
He's gonna be able to get out of the house as well with level 2, so I'm giving him a chance to work, to stay away from the victim, sir. Please, you can't go near her. And you know what? You don't want to hurt yourself. There's other ladies out there that are nice ladies. You'll meet somebody in the future. I promise you. There's always more men than ladies. All right. Good luck.
Judge, when you have a chance, I'd like to take a case out of turn. Villar on page 7. I asked the officer to log on.
Okay. Calling on page 7 at Edan Villar. Do you have an officer here?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Villar. You were arrested for 8
Honor,
counts.
we'll waive reading of the arrest form, Your Honor.
You haven't
We have
been
no
appointed.
probable cause argument.
Sir, can you afford to hire an attorney?
Excuse me, Your Honor?
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
Hire a lawyer.
No.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender's office for you. All right, so you say you have an officer here?
Right, just to clarify the number of counts.
Okay, is it Officer Mead? Can you turn on
Yeah.
your video and unmute? Is it Officer Detective Mead? Nobody's responding.
Hey,
Hello.
I'm here.
Thank you. Raise your right hand and be sworn, please, Officer Mead.
Good afternoon. Do you swear from the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So say I do.
I do.
Thank you. What is your name, please?
My name is Thomas Mead,
And what police department do you work for?
Miami-Dade County Schools.
Okay, thank you.
Are you a detective or officer?
I'm a detective.
Okay. So, detective, can you just explain to the judge how you came up with the number of counts for each charge?
The number of counts, when I was speaking with the victim, she
Your Honor.
advised me.
We're not contesting. I just don't want any of the charges being read. I'm not sure why the officer is here. We're not contesting. We understand there's 8 counts on all 4 of the charges.
Has a right to inquire from their arresting officer if it's the appropriate number of counts. So please don't interrupt. Your
We're
objection.
not contesting.
Go ahead, State.
Right. So, detective, you can continue.
Based on the interview with the victim, she told me that they were having sex 2 to 3 times per week in his classroom for over a month. So I took the lesser of what she advised, 2 times 4. There's 4 weeks in a month, and that's how I came up with the 8.
Your Honor, again, we would object. My client, everything is being read
No
on the
further
loudspeaker. I'm
questions.
concerned with his safety. We've not contested anything.
Sir, I'm not, this is a courtroom. Everything, it's open to the public. They're allowed to put on whatever information or testimony they would like, and they are. Stop
Your
it.
Honor,
State, how many counts do you want, then? Do you want, is
Right,
it
so I
correct?
think that, the detective explained it, that it happened at least 8 times, and each act would constitute probable cause for each charge.
Are these bondable offenses?
The highest degree of offense is an F2, so yes.
Sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim whose initials are NM. No contact with this alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home, and school at all times. And if there's any place of employment, stay away from there as well. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. And do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, State.
As a condition of the defendant's release, the state is requesting that the defendant have no unsupervised contact with minors.
Sir, also no unsupervised contact with any minor children. State, they don't usually charge it per count. How do you want me to set it up?
Maybe a total bond of 50,000.
One second, let's see if I can figure it out.
I don't know if the detective has any input.
No, I do not.
All right, so 1 minute. Count one is a second-degree felony. So you want me to set 3 counts each, 4 counts each? Count 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be $7,500 each count. Count 5, 6, 7, and 8 will be $1,000 each count. Count 9, child abuse. You want me to set 9 through 16 will be $1,000 each count. And then count 17 through, I'm sorry, I'll set count 17 offenses against students by an authority figure. You want me to set it on 1? It's a second-degree felony. 8, what was that one count?
However your honor wants to do it.
17, I'll set that bond at, I'll set count 17, 18, and 19 at $2,500 each count. So count 20 through 24 will be ROR each count. Count 25, contributing to the delinquency or dependency of a minor. There's probable cause for that. It's a first-degree misdemeanor, $500 bond. Count 26, same charge, $500 bond. Count 27 through 32. There's probable cause, and I'll release him on his own recognizance on those each of those counts. So I think his bond's a little bit more than 50,000. 30. No, it's a little less, 45, 47.5, close to 50,000. Anyway, the corrections will tell you the exact amount. Do you have the exact amount of the bond corrections?
No, Your Honor.
You want me to repeat them again? 1 through 4,
I have 1 through 4, 7,500. 5 through 8, 1,000 each. 9 through 16, 1,000 each. 17 through 2,500.
No, 2,500 each.
500 each.
17 through 19, 2,500 each.
And then 20 through.
Then 20 through 24 is RR. 25 and 26 is 500. 27 through 32 is RR.
Right. So, sir, stay away from the victim. No unsupervised contact with minor children, and make sure you follow your court dates. Anything further, state or Detective Mead?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Good day, sir.
Thank you.
Right here.
All right. Oh.
Your Honor, Mr. Moore is a VFOX. He has a total of 5 probation warrants, no bond.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. So next we have is Jabbar Moore, page 3. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for possession of MDMA, a controlled substance, MDMA or Molly. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's probable cause. You're out of probation. There's a hold for you to see your judge tomorrow.
Yeah, I was trying to see my.
You'll see him Monday. I'll set a bond. You want $1,000? Yeah, $1,000 is fine. Have a nice day. Next, Derek Medina.
Your Honor, he's out on the AC no bond. F25-20984. He also has 2 bench warrants. He's going to jail arraignment next.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for an attempted burglary with an assault or battery, an aggravated battery. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. Let me, also, you have an open arrest warrant. You'll see your judge Monday for F21-20984. Let me review. Miss F, why'd you give me a motion for pretrial? Is it not an attempt?
Correct.
Sorry, I don't need the services of the interpreter.
Okay. Madam Interpreter, please let Mr. Medina know he was arrested for an attempted burglary with an assault or battery while armed and aggravated battery.
Señor, usted ha sido arrestado por intento de allanamiento con agresión y agresión física mientras estaba armado y what was the last one? Aggravated battery?
Aggravated battery.
Y agresión física con agravantes.
¿Armado? Yo nunca estuve
Armed?
armado. Yo nunca estuve
Armed?
armado.
I was never armed.
It says with a 4x4 wooden stick.
Usted estaba armado con un palo o
Nada.
de madera.
Escúchame, nada de lo que está diciendo aquí es lo que está diciendo.
Madam Interpreter, if you could just tell him it's not a trial today, he's not going to be found guilty of anything.
Señor, este no es el día de su juicio y usted no está siendo hallado culpable por nada hasta el momento.
Sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, Reynaldo Abreu.
Señor, le ordeno que se mantenga alejado de la presunta víctima, Reynaldo Abreu.
Okay.
No contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties.
No contacto con la presunta víctima directa o indirectamente, personalmente o por escrito, por teléfono o por terceras personas.
No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means.
No contacto con la víctima por redes sociales o otros medios electrónicos.
Angie must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim's home, school, and place of employment at all times.
Debe de mantenerse por lo menos 500 pies lejos de la víctima, de su hogar, de la escuela, lugar de empleo, en todo momento.
And stay away from 2555 West 3rd Avenue in Hialeah, Florida.
Y tiene que permanecer lejos de 2555 suroeste, Tercera Avenida, Hialeah, Florida.
All right, so there's probable cause for burglary with an assault or battery. It's not an attempt.
Y hay motivo fundado por el cargo de allanamiento con agresión física y con agresión física.
And so I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing and hold you with no bond.
Voy a conceder la petición de la fiscalía de what is the petition of the state, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing and hold him with no bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Y voy a conceder la petición de la fiscalía de pretrial detención, pretrial previa al juicio, esperando un juicio, y no voy a conceder ninguna fianza.
Count two, there's probable cause for aggravated battery. I will set that bond at $7,500.
Y para el cargo número 2, agresión física con agravantes, fijo una fianza de $7,500.
You're going to see a judge on Monday. That judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention.
Y el lunes usted va a ver va a ir delante de otro juez para una audiencia final en cuanto al pretrial detención previa al juicio.
Have a nice day, sir.
Que tenga un buen día, señor.
So the victim witness coordinator said Ms. Lewis is logged on. I know she speaks Creole, but Ms. Lewis, if you're here, can you raise your hand on Zoom?
Bonsoir, Ms. Lewis. Bonsoir. Can we get a Creole interpreter? Can the interpreter call over or no?
Your Honor, let me ask them if they can go ahead and send someone.
Thank you.
One moment, please.
I don't see her. Do you see her?
No, but I was told she was logged on.
We'll pass it. If she's here, let me know.
I'll let them know, Your Honor.
Jeffrey Hepburn, he's back. Good afternoon. Sir, you were arrested for possession of cocaine and disorderly intoxication. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Tap?
Yeah, Tap's not here, but okay. Sir, you are ordered to stay away from the location where this occurred at 1355 Ali Baba Avenue in Opelika, Florida. You are not allowed to go to that location. You must stay away from there, sir. So, tap alternate bond. $1,000 count one and $150 count two. Sir, you have to come back to court for your arraignment on June 2nd at 9 a.m. courtroom 7-2. Have a good day.
Sorry, Your Honor, what was the courtroom again? I'm gonna write it down for the client.
7-2. This has to go on the desk for tap, please.
And that was June 2nd. June 2nd, Your Honor?
Yes, sir, June 2nd.
So there it is.
Next is Ruben Newbold, page 4. Good afternoon. You, Mr. Newbold, sir?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry, Yana, who did you call?
Or Ruben Newbold.
That's not Mr. Newbold.
The bond out.
Okay.
Louis Duran, page 4. Good afternoon.
Ma'am.
Arrested for grand theft, and I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're also out on probation. There's a hold for you to see your judge on Monday for F24 17749. So I need a moment to review for probable cause.
Looks like it was a bait bike.
The
The detective's here.
detective is here. Sir, it wouldn't be Friday if I didn't have a Miami Beach detective here.
But I have something to say though.
Detective, could you please unmute and put on your video? Raise your right hand. Warren, no, I'm talking to the detective. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. Raise your hand. Do you swear from the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, say I do.
I do.
Thank you. Detective, what is your name and what police department do you work for?
Detective Utrera for the Miami Beach Police Department.
Thank you. Go ahead, State.
Detective, why'd you come to court? What do you want to tell the judge?
No, I'm just here in regards to any questions coming up reference probable cause.
Thank you. So what's going on? There's a lot of bike thefts on Lincoln Road. Is that why you're setting up a decoy bike?
Not necessarily in Lincoln Road, Your Honor. It's just an increase in bike thefts all over the city. So we currently set up an operation using a bait bike to try to decrease the amount of bike thefts.
Okay. Any argument, any questions, State?
No questions. Right. He's got the hold since he's on probation.
Questions, Mr. Wilson? Did you ever get the bike back? Detective, did this city ever recover the bike?
No, Your Honor, we weren't unable to recover the bike.
Okay, thank you. There's probable cause for grand theft of the bicycle. The bond is $2,500, and you'll see your judge on Monday. Have a good day.
All right, so Miss Wilson's here. I'll ask her to translate in Creole to see if the victim's here. If not, maybe we'll just proceed. So Miss Wilson,
What's the name of the victim?
can you please ask if Miss Lewis is on Zoom? And if she is, can she please raise her hands?
Madame Louis, est-ce que vous sous plateforme Zoom, non? Madame Louis?
Not yet. Just sit tight, she may be here. We have Dante Easterling. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for possession with intent to sell cocaine and possession of cocaine. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Defendant's got a conviction for cocaine sales from March 10th. He was sentenced to 117 days.
Here's probable cause for the charge. Your bond is, you want me to split them? Same thing.
It's fine.
1,000 count one, $2,500 count two. Have a good day.
Yana, I'm sorry. Count one was 1,000?
No, count one is $5,000. Count two is $2,500.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is Tangier Ryman, page 5? Good afternoon, Mr. Ryman. You were arrested for
Your
human.
Honor, we waive reading of the charges. Respectfully, we waive reading of all charges.
You haven't been appointed yet. Sir, can you afford to hire a lawyer? Do you have any money to pay for a lawyer?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Do you have money that could be used to
No,
hire?
I can speak English here. Yeah. Sorry, ma'am, I can understand.
Do you have the financial means to pay for a private lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Do you work?
Yeah, I work, yeah.
How much do you make a week?
I make 800 to 900 a week.
Okay. And do you have any children you support or dependents?
No.
All right. You don't qualify for the public defender, although I could appoint him because, let me see.
No, I have my family here.
Your family's here?
Yeah, my family lives here, yeah.
Are they going to hire a lawyer for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to reset this case for tomorrow? You're charged with a non-bondable offense of human trafficking, prohibited use of computer. Also, traveling to meet a minor. Using a computer service to travel to meet a minor. Those are the charges. These are serious charges, and the state filed a motion for pretrial detention as to count one, human trafficking. I can reset this case tomorrow to give you an opportunity to have a lawyer be present in court with you. Or
I have my lawyer here. I have my lawyer here.
What is the name of your lawyer?
I don't know. I have to speak to my brother. And I told him my lawyer gonna talk to them in the Zoom. The one officer told me.
Is there an attorney here at all for Mr. Ryman? I don't see one. There's no lawyer in court now. Do you want me to reset the case for tomorrow to see if your lawyer comes in?
No, my lawyer is gonna be here.
You want to pass it to see if he logs on, Judge?
I'll pass the case, see if the lawyer comes in.
Can I talk to my brother?
I don't think they're gonna let you make a phone call right now. Next is Trovan Pearson. Trovan Pearson. Good afternoon, Mr. Pearson. You were arrested for throwing or shooting a deadly missile, aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, and resisting an officer. I'm sorry, in criminal mischief, pardon me. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. I need a moment to review for probable cause. So he's sleeping in the kids' play area of the park And the victim turned on her vehicle siren because he was sleeping in the kids' play area of the park and she's trying to wake him up. And then he throws a rock at the victim's vehicle. And then he threw it at the victim's work vehicle. She's driving away. He picked up another rock again, threw it a second time, damaging the front panel of the left front pillar. And then he fled. Victim is a City of Miami Park Ranger. So he's sleeping in a playground. You can't do that. That's for the kids, not the adults. I believe there's probable cause for the charges. You are ordered to stay away from Quenosha Smith, the alleged victim. No contact with the victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home, school, and place of employment at all times, and stay out of that park, although I don't know the name of it. So I'll set up bond as follows. Count one, throwing or shooting a deadly missile is $7,500. Count two, aggravated assault on a officer. I'll set that at $5,000. And count three, criminal mischief, is $500. Have a good day, sir.
So somebody's raising their hand on Zoom. Can you write the person you're here for, the name in the chat, please?
If anybody's on Zoom and wants to have a case called, please type the defendant's name in the chat room. Next is Hanley Freeman, page 6. Good afternoon, sir. You were arrested for burglary to an unoccupied conveyance, criminal mischief, and resisting an officer without violence. I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
We have a probable cause argument for.
Oh, go ahead. What's your argument? He threw one brick that shattered the passenger window of a victim's red Honda, threw another brick that shattered the passenger window of a black Mercedes Benz.
There's no amount listed within the four corners of the arrest form, Your Honor. So it's
What?
There's no amount listed for 200 between $1,000.
Oh, absolutely correct. He also ransacked the entire vehicle, taking a gym bag. So there's probable cause for burglary to the unoccupied conveyance. Should have been 2 counts, not 1. So I'm setting the bond at $5,000. Count 2, criminal mischief, no value. That's $150. And count 3, resisting without. 1 minute. That's $500. Have a nice day, sir.
So it's
Next is Hurston Valaris. Page 6.
Your Honor, he's a V Fox. Also, he's a fugitive from Broward County, no bond.
Thank you. He's here for case. You got to type in the name of the person you're here for in the chat room. Let's see.
Yeah,
We'll
just see if it's
Good afternoon, Mr. Valaris. You speak English?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. You were arrested for possession of crystal meth, a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. So count 1, there's probable cause for possession of crystal meth. That's what bond is $2,500. Count 2, possession of drug paraphernalia is $500. Have a nice day, sir. Yes, fugitive warrant. So if we pay the bond on this, you'll be on our fugitive warrant calendar for Monday. Now we have Larry Washington. Madam Creole interpreter, can you see if the victim Jeanette is here? If so, can she write the name in the chat room?
Madame Louis, est-ce que ou là? Si ou là, écrit ou ba pour nous dans côté marqué chat là.
Okay. Next, Larry Washington. Good afternoon, Mr. Washington. You were arrested for 2 cases, petty theft, 2 or more convictions. One case, I believe it mentions that you have prior convictions. That's the one from May 1st that was at 10:38 at night. The other one from April 26th says you're stealing Tide detergents, but I don't think that one mentioned prior convictions. A public defender's office is appointed for you. Where's my stay away order? Did you do one? Yeah, here it is. Sir, you are ordered to stay away from the Walgreens store at 15900 Northwest 27th Street in Miami Gardens, Florida. You're not allowed to go to that. I think it's Avenue. You're not allowed to go to that location. You must stay away from there. It's 27th Avenue. So on F-25 8919, there's probable cause for petty theft, 2 or more convictions. That bond, I will set it at state. I don't know, he has open cases or no?
Open misdemeanors, yes. There are 3 of them.
I'm setting the bond. It's $1,500. And then the other case, he stole $21. He stole 2 packs of Pepsi can sodas, F-25 8920. I'll set that bond at $1,000. Have a good day, sir. Next we have is Luis Montez on page 8. Is he here? Is he NBC?
NBC, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll reset it for tomorrow.
Sorry, Your Honor, which one? Reset for tomorrow?
That's going to be Luis Montez on page 8.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And so I just have the, is it the female left? I have 2 cases left. What happened to Mr. Somebody wrote, that's Miss Wilson.
You want to just try and promote him, Judge, at this point?
I wrote a message, Judge, from Miss Louis to ask her if she was on the platform.
Okay.
That's the message that you see on the chat.
Who's here? Who is on the Motorola that wants to be heard? Are you here for a case?
Defer.
Hello, you want to be heard? It's not. Nobody's responding, Seth.
Okay.
I can call her if you give me a number. Call over the number to Eric and I'll call her. Also, let me just call up the other case. The gentleman, Mr. Ryman, is he still there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bring him back.
Yes, Josh.
Sir, there's nobody here for you for a case.
I called my brother. He's on the phone right now. He's gonna call the attorney.
Okay.
Give me like 10 minutes. Because I said somebody, I talked to somebody and he gonna talk to the lawyer. He called my brother didn't answer the phone. That's why.
A lawyer, I'm happy to call them.
He's there right now.
Did they give you the name of a lawyer?
Yeah, I have the lawyer. Yeah.
What's the name?
I don't know the name. My brother knows.
Okay. You want me to call your brother and ask him?
Yeah.
What's his name and number?
954 793 5285.
Okay.
Name is Naushat.
Okay, 1 second. Have you hired a lawyer? Have a name of a lawyer to give you the court? I think we set a case for tomorrow for him to have a lawyer. I think I'm gonna reset it tomorrow for him to have a lawyer. Your brother didn't know the name of a lawyer. Just said your other brother's trying to reach him. Let me reset your case for tomorrow.
Yes, because my brother gonna call my sister-in-law. That's why he get confusion. Can you give me like 5 more minutes?
Well, what's the difference? You're gonna see a judge tomorrow. It's not like you're going anywhere.
No, I can't. I don't want to stay here. That's why.
You're not gonna have much of a choice because I'm making a preliminary finding of probable cause for all the charges, but the state filed a motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing. So you're gonna have to see a judge on Monday anyway, but you have a right to have a lawyer present, so I'm not gonna make that determination now.
Yeah, because can you give me 5 more minutes? Can I speak to my brother?
Go right ahead. I'll pass it a few more minutes. No problem. Let me call
Yes.
up your case.
Yes, thank you, miss.
Let me have this. Did you call over the number? You got it?
I don't have the phone. I don't have the phone.
Thank you. I'm talking to
I have
my
the number of the lady, and the lady needs a Creole interpreter.
call it over.
786
1 minute. Okay.
499 1610.
Okay. Can I have the phone again, please? The judge. The other lawyer. What is the name of the lawyer? Ramon on the charge. Tell the lawyer to come to court tomorrow. And if he doesn't want the lawyer, it's like constant. I called that number, it goes to voicemail. I can try one more time. 1 second. Let me try this number one more time. Oh, I got to tell mine first. One second. I got a Creole interpreter too. I got Jeanette on the phone. Miss Jeanette Lucas.
Madame Louis, vous entendez? Go ahead, Judge. What do I ask her?
Raise your right hand to be sworn, please.
Madame, levez mes doigts tout pour prêter serment, s'il vous plaît.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are going to give in this proceeding will be the truth? If so, state I do.
Madame, est-ce que jure témoin, je vous parle bail là, c'est la vérité.
Okay, what is your name, ma'am?
Qui j'aurai, madame?
Are you Janet Louise? Are you afraid of your sister Rose Louise?
Est-ce qu'on peut Rose Louis, so?
Oui.
Yes.
You want her to stay away from you?
Ou voulez le retrouver?
Yes. Okay. I guess your information was wrong, Miss F. Do you have any questions for her?
I don't. So this is what. So is she taking her medicine?
Est-ce que li prend médicament, li prend remède li yo? She doesn't want to take the medication. L'elle pas prend yo ki sa? Oh, li agité. When she doesn't take them, she's agitated.
Okay, so you want your sister to stay somewhere else and not have any contact with you?
Donc, vous voulez sœur là aller habiter de l'autre côté pour pas avoir aucun contact avec vous?
Pardon?
Est-ce que vous voulez que sœur là elle rete de l'autre côté pour pas avoir aucun contact avec vous? Ça dit, madame? Attendez. I'm sorry, Judge, I didn't hear. Ça dit, madame?
She's crazy.
All right, again. What did you say?
Ça dit, madame? When she takes her medication, she's fine. She can't go anywhere else. She's not working. She lives with me.
Well, do you want the court to order your sister to stay away from you, or do you want her to go home?
Est-ce que vous voulez que le tribunal baille sur la l'ordre pour le rester loin, ou bien vous voulez que le tribunal là quitte le tourner la caillou? S'il prend médicament, qui ça? If she takes the medication, that's fine. She just has to take her medication.
Okay, I can't guarantee she's going to take her medicine. Do you want her to come home?
Mais juge la pas cap garanti que la prend médicament. Est-ce que vous voulez le tourner dans caille là ou bien qui ça vous voulez faire? You can send her home. I'll find a way to give her medication.
Are you afraid of your sister, Rose?
Est-ce que vous peut Rose? No.
Right. Are you
She got dimension.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Are you scared of Rose? Are you scared of Rose?
Est-ce que vous peut Rose, madame?
No,
No, I'm not afraid of her.
Do you want?
I think a stay order is appropriate.
No. Do you want Rose to stay away from you?
Est-ce que vous voulez Rose rester loin? No, I want her with me because she doesn't have any place else to go. I'm the only person she has.
Okay. All right. So thank you, ma'am. I'm going to read now to your sister, Rose, a modified stay away order allowing her to have contact with you.
Ok, madame, merci. Même pral li un papier pour Rose, qui c'est un lot campé loin, mais qui modifié, qui ka permettre li gen contact avec ou.
The modifications overstates objection.
Okay. Miss Rose Lewis, you are allowed to have contact with your sister, Jeanette Lewis.
Madame Rose Louis, ou capable gen contact avec sœur Rose Louis.
You are prohibited from being physically threatening or violent toward your sister in any manner whatsoever.
Mais ou pas capable ni menacer ni agir avec li envers li avec violence, quelle que soit la situation.
Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs.
Ou pas capable faire aucune autre activité criminelle, ou pas capable utiliser ni servir à aucun drogue illégale, ni posséder.
Do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition.
Ou pas qu'à utiliser, posséder gain sous aucun arme, aucun balle, aucun ammunition, aucun arme.
You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court.
Si ko gen arme ou bien gon permis de port d'arme, il faut porter le commissariat la police qui pi près la caille y a bon reçu ou porter reçu ça dans tribunal là.
So only friendly, nonviolent contact is permitted with your sister. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Donc seul contact pour gagner avec ça là, son contact qui amical sans violence, est-ce qu'on comprend madame?
Do you understand that, Miss Rose Lewis?
I don't have nothing with her. She like for the police.
You understand?
Yes.
Your sister, and you can only have friendly, nonviolent contact.
Yes. I need one question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because my license is suspended. I need to get my license back because I need to drive my son to school. I'm not getting driving.
Why is your license suspended?
What's that?
Why is your license suspended? Did you owe money for a ticket?
Because I got in an accident 2020.
And you didn't have
2020.
So if you got in an accident and you didn't have insurance, you have what's called an SR22s. You got to buy SR22 insurance, expensive car insurance.
I got insurance for Janelle because can I had an accident 2020? I got it. You revoke my license. I'm by the car for 2000.
So this is not traffic court. You should come to the clerk's office at the Richard E. Gersten Justice Building and speak to somebody here who can explain to you how you can get your license back. But I don't know how you do that.
Because you tell me on May 8th, you're supposed to give me my license by 2025. Because today is May 2.
Right. So on May 8th, you get your license back?
Yeah, you tell me.
So if you can get your license back, you still need to go to the clerk's office to get a paper called a D6 clearance, I think, to bring to the driver's license place to get your license back.
Okay.
All right. All right. So state you filed a motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing. Let me ask you a question. There's no description of the cane.
Judge, this is kind of a bad situation. She was released, she just did a jail sentence, 330, earlier this year. Her sister said she's off her meds. When she's off her meds, she acts erratically. I'm not sure if it's safe to send her home while she's off her meds.
So, do you have any government benefits that would pay for you to go to the hospital?
What kind of hospital?
To make sure you take the right medicine so you don't start fighting with everybody.
I don't take the medication.
Are you supposed to take medication?
No, I don't have nothing.
Okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. There is probable cause for the charge. You want me to?
Do you have a probable cause argument?
Okay.
No.
Your Honor, our argument is that on page 1, that first full paragraph, these are two separate incidences. One, the battery with the cane. It doesn't say that any beating is continuing or any of the cane is being used when the phone was taken from her, Your Honor.
What?
So So
Yeah.
the argument, these two separate incidents, not an armed robbery, since that was not the intention, but it was simply the battery, and then the phone was taken after that. When the phone was taken, it doesn't say the cane was still being used in anything.
Okay, that's a good argument. State, right. It could be, it could be a battery and a tampering. State, what do you want the court to find probable cause for?
I guess I guess the battery and the tampering, it's just, I've got concerns about releasing her.
I agree. Ma'am, is there anywhere else you can stay so you don't have to go back to the house and fight with your sister?
Go back to my sister? I'm not gonna go back with her.
Do you have another place you can stay? Well,
I know that place.
What?
Yeah. No, it's my house. I'm living. I'm gonna go to correspond with my sister.
Are you afraid for her to come home?
Madame Jeannette, Louis, est-ce qu'on peut que Rose tourne dans la caille là?
Oui.
Ou peur ou bien pas peur? I'm not afraid of her.
I mean, I could ask the victim if the defendant had the cane in her hand when she took your phone.
Est-ce que là, te prend téléphone nan nan men, li te gen canne nan nan men li? Là, li te prend téléphone nan nan men, est-ce que le te gen bois canne nan bay pour l'appuyer sous li? Est-ce que le te gen nan men? When she took the phone, she had nothing in her hand.
Okay. That's probable cause for battery and tampering. I'm gonna give her pretrial services with an alternate bond of $1,000. And ma'am, did you get your phone back?
Madame, yo remet tout téléphone nan? Yes, I have the phone.
Okay. All right, so pretrial services alternate bond, it's $1,000. Ma'am, answer the phone. Pretrial services may call you to verify where Miss Rose lives.
Madame Jeannette, répond téléphone nan parce que c'est un programme qui relève service avant jugement qui parle relo pour mando côté Rose habité. Qui sorti?
Hello, so listen to the interpreter. Please answer your phone. You're going to get a call from pretrial services to verify that your sister lives in a home.
S'il vous plaît, madame, répond téléphone ou parce que pretrial services pral relo pour mando côté Rose rete.
That's so your sister can get out of jail for free.
C'est peut-être pour qu'elle sorti dans prison sans pas payer caution. C'est pour le capable sortir dans prison sans pas besoin payer pour sortir dans prison, sans pas besoin payer caution.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bring in the other gentleman. Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye. I gave you the paper with her phone number on it. Make sure it's.
Yes, miss.
It's been a record for pretrial.
Yes.
Denied. Sir, your brother called back. I couldn't understand him, but they're trying to get you a lawyer. There's no lawyer here. The only thing I can do is reset your case for tomorrow with hopes you will get a lawyer. It's up to the judge tomorrow how to handle it and how to proceed, okay? But I'm making a preliminary finding of probable cause as to count 1, human trafficking, prohibited computer uses of the computer, and also traveling to meet a minor. So those are the allegations, and I'm going to make a preliminary finding of probable cause. All right, so you'll call your family, tell them you got to make sure a lawyer's in court tomorrow by at least 10 o'clock. Okay?
10 o'clock?
10 a.m.
So my brother don't answer the phone. The lawyer don't. What he say? I don't understand.
The lawyer is, he couldn't give me a name of a lawyer.
Oh my God.
How much do you make a week?
I make like at least 900 to 1,000.
Yeah, you don't qualify for a public defender because that's for people who are indigent. So you're gonna have to hire a lawyer. And he told me that bondsman's trying to get you a lawyer. Make sure go to the Florida bar and contact somebody you know to get a lawyer. Okay?
So that's why I don't want to stay here, Miss. That's why is the problem.
Well, you know, the allegations are pretty serious. It's alleged that you paid somebody, a purported parent, to have sex with a 12-year-old, which is the elements of the crime for human trafficking. So that being said, don't talk about the charges. Speak privately with your lawyer. That is a non-bondable offense if the court finds probable cause for it. It will be up to the division judge to set a bond.